You know, most people who come to see me are women who've been carrying a lot for a really long time. They're the strong ones. They're the reliable ones. They're the ones who don't fall apart, that everybody depends on. They're smart, successful, and deeply caring and incredibly capable. But underneath all of that strength, there's this quiet exhaustion they don't talk about. It's a kind of exhaustion that builds when you've been holding everything together with your own energy for years. When women come to me, they usually tell me, I'm tired. But when we sit with it a little bit longer, what they really mean is, I'm tired of doing everything alone. I'm tired of being strong all the time. I'm tired of feeling disconnected from myself. I'm tired of trying to fix this on my own. A lot of women I work with who are overachievers in the best sense of the word because they've checked all the boxes. They're raising families, they're running businesses or building careers. They're supporting aging parents, they support their partners and their friends. So everybody leans on them, but they don't have a place to lean. So they come in carrying a stress that's way beyond normal stress. Their nervous system has been in survival mode for so long that tired just feels like a baseline. It feels normal to them. They're overwhelmed, but also numb. They're anxious, but also shut down. They don't feel like themselves anymore. Now, sometimes it shows up physically. They can't sleep, their digestion is off, they carry tension in their neck or shoulders or chest. Sometimes it shows up emotionally, like they snap more easily, they feel irritated or withdrawn, or they cry without really knowing why. And sometimes it shows up energetically. It's a heaviness that they can't quite explain, like a fogginess in their intuition, or a sense that something is off, but they can't really name it. A lot of women also come in because they see themselves repeating patterns that they can't seem to break, even though they notice them, whether they are in relationships or in their business or career, their kids, with their coworkers, their boundaries. They seem to be doing all the right things. Maybe they've read the books, they've even gone to therapy, they've tried journaling or meditation, but they seem to be stuck in the same cycle. And that's because the pattern isn't in their mind, it's in their energy, it's in their nervous system. It's what they've absorbed from their family, from their past, from all the world around them. Another thing I tend to see a lot, which women don't always say out loud at first, is spiritual disconnection. They feel like they used to be more intuitive in the past, or they used to feel guided. They used to hear their inner voice, but now they feel blocked. They feel cut off, or they feel like they're praying into a void and nothing seems to be answering back. Or maybe like there's something that's calling them and they can't quite make that connection. And that's not because their intuition has left them. It's because there's too much noise, too much stress, and too much emotional and energetic weight on top of it. So, women who come to me are not lost or broken, and they're definitely not failing. Maybe they're overachieving, but they still feel overloaded. They've been relying on their own energy, their own strength, their own willpower, their own resilience, and they've hit a limit of what the human body and spirit can carry alone. And that's where I come in. My work is about helping you put the weight down. It's about clearing the heaviness so you can hear yourself again. It's about reconnecting you with your spiritual support that you've forgotten how to feel, or it's helping you to reclaim the parts of you that have gotten buried under responsibility and expectation. Because you're not meant to walk through life alone. You're not meant to be your own source of energy every day. And you don't have to keep doing everything from a place of depletion. The women who come to me don't need to be fixed. They need a space to breathe, a space to release, a space to reconnect. And once that happens, everything else starts to fall into place.